Good day, you absolute legends. In today's video, we are going to be going over 5 things No Man's Sky does better than Star Citizen. We're diving into a cosmic cage match of the century, No Man's Sky versus Star Citizen. 2 games that promise you the stars but deliver, well, we'll get to that. I'm your host, Professor Cynical, the guy who spends more time mining virtual rocks than talking to real humans. And today, I've got a hot take hotter than a supernova. No Man's Sky does some things better than Star Citizen. Yeah, I said it. Put down your $400 spaceship pledge and grab some popcorn, because we're about to roast these games like they're marshmallows over a thruster exhaust. Now here's 5 things No Man's Sky nails while Star Citizen is still stuck in orbit. Or, well, let's be real, stuck in development hell. Let's go. Number 1, and this is a biggie, No Man's Sky actually exists. Like, you can buy it, play it, and crash land on a planet full of 6-legged lizard dogs right now. Meanwhile, Star Citizen has been in beta since, well, forever. And I'm pretty sure my grandkids will be cashing in their 401ks to buy a digital spaceship before it seriously launches. Star Citizen has raised, what, $500 million, $600 million, something like that? I lost count after they started selling $3,000 ship bundles with a complimentary monocle for your avatar. And what do we have to show for it? A buggy alpha where you can clip through a wall and die because the elevator forgot physics exists? Look at this, I paid $200 for this ship, and now I'm a ghost haunting the void. Meanwhile, No Man's Sky launched in 2016. Sure, it was a hot mess at launch with more lies than a politician's Tinder bio, but Hello Games stuck with it. They dropped, what, 33 updates? They turned a dumpster fire into a space-faring phoenix. You can explore 18 quintillion planets today. Star Citizen, you're lucky if you can explore a single space station without the server crashing harder than my dreams of being an astronaut. I mean, I get it. Star Citizen fans are like, but it's ambitious, it's groundbreaking. Yeah, so was my plan to live off ramen and vibes in college, and we all know that ended up, making content on the internet instead. Point is, No Man's Sky is a finished game, and you can play it without selling your kidney to Chris Roberts' personal spaceship fund. Number 2. No Man's Sky doesn't make you feel like a broke loser in a galaxy of whales. You drop $60 or less if it's on sale, you absolute cheapskate, and you get everything. Every ship, every planet, every goofy alien that looks like it was designed by a toddler on a sugar high. No microtransactions, no pledge packages, no guilt trips. Meanwhile, Star Citizen is out there like, oh, you want a cool ship? That'll be $150, you peasant. Want a bigger ship? That's $500. Want a ship that actually works? Ha! Good luck with that. Look at this. The Idris. It's $1,500 for a digital ship. Like, bro, I could buy a used car for that, or like 25 copies of No Man's Sky. And the kicker, you don't even need to buy ships in Star Citizen to play. Eventually, maybe, if it ever releases, but right now, it's pay-to-win vibes on steroids. You're the kind of guy who's just cashed in his entire life savings to flex his $15,000 Starship fleet, or you're the guy in the Starship getting absolutely vaporized by some dude who calls his ship, and I quote, daddy's credit card. In No Man's Sky, I can grind for a dope ship without remortgaging my house. I'm out here earning my S-Class fighter like a self-respecting space hobo, not begging Elon Musk for a loan. Star Citizen feels like a space casino where the house always wins. And by house, I mean Cloud Imperium Games' bank account. Number 3. Exploration in No Man's Sky is actually fun, and it doesn't feel like a tech demo for a game that will never finish. You've got 18 quintillion planets, yeah, quintillion, a number so big I had to Google how to pronounce it. Every planet's got wild colours, freaky creatures, and storms that will make you question your life choices. One moment you're petting a blob with tentacles, the next you're sprinting from a tornado spitting acid rain. It's chaotic, it's beautiful, it's No Man's Sky. Meanwhile, Star Citizen's idea of exploration is what? Flying to one of 100 handcrafted systems, if you can really call them that. Half the time you're staring at empty space or a space station that looks like it was designed by a guy who failed architecture school. Oh, and by the way, good luck landing on a planet without the game deciding that your ship should, well, all of a sudden implode for no reason. Now, quote-unquote immersion, they say, as I'm yeeted into orbit because the ground forgot to load. Sure, Star Citizen wants to be hyper-realistic, but I'd rather explore a neon jungle with a six-eyed giraffe than a grey rock with next patch written on it in invisible ink. Number 4. No Man's Sky actually runs on your rig without needing a NASA supercomputer. I'm playing this bad boy on my PC, which at this point is at least 3 or 4 generations old, at 60 FPS solid, flying between planets like a man solo on a budget. Sure, it's had its hiccups. Launch was rougher than a sandpaper massage, but Hello Games optimized it. You can play it on a PlayStation 4 and Switch. Hell, probably a toaster if you mod it right. Then this Star Citizen. I've got an RTX 3070 Ti with 64GB of RAM and a CPU that could launch a real rocket, and this game still chugs like a degenerate drunk on a tricycle. 20 FPS in an empty room, 3 crashes just to reach an elevator. Bro, I've seen PowerPoint presentations with better performance. Oh, it's alpha, they cry. Yeah, it's been alpha since the dinosaurs roamed, and it still runs like hot garbage. You need a $3,000 PC just to get 30 FPS, and even then you're hoping that you end up playing on a server that doesn't yeet you into the void. I'd rather vibe on a No Man's Sky paradise planet with a silky smooth 60 FPS than watch Star Citizen slideshow me to death. Optimization matters, folks. Number 5, and this one is the cherry on top. No Man's Sky has the redemption arc that Star Citizen could only dream of. Now let's rewind back to 2016. No Man's Sky drops, and it's a disaster, as missing features, broken promises, and Sean Murray's face plastered everywhere like a wanted poster. The keyboard warriors lost their minds, with death threats, refunds, the works, but Hello Games, they didn't run off with the cash. They buckled down, they fixed the game, and turned it into a space odyssey worth playing. Free updates for years. Base building, multiplayer, VR, freighters, pets, you name it. It's the glow up of the century. Star Citizen, however, they've been promising the best damn space sim ever for over a decade now. And all we've got is a fancy ship showroom and a dream, no redemption arc, just an endless Kickstarter fever dream. Every time they drop a new dev update, it's like, look, we've added a coffee machine to the cockpit. Cool. But when's the game? No Man's Sky went from 0 to hero. Star Citizen's still at 0, flexing its wallet. So there you have it, fam. 5 reasons No Man's Sky blasts Star Citizen out of the galaxy. It exists, it's not pay to win, exploration's a vibe, it runs smoothly, and it's got a redemption story that will make Hollywood jealous. Don't get me wrong, Star Citizen could be amazing in 2050, when my cyborg grandkids are piloting it. Until then, I'm sticking with No Man's Sky. But what do you think? Are you a Star Citizen fan ready to fight me in the comments? Or a No Man's Sky explorer who agrees I'm a genius? Smash that like button if you had a laugh, subscribe if you didn't, and tell me your favourite space game below. And as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.